Hey, Coach Mar. I would just like to hear your thoughts about today's doubleheader. I know it's a tough one. You faced a really hard-throwing pitcher. What are your overall impressions about today's game?
First game was a bit sloppy. We made some mistakes. We weren't communicating well, throwing the ball around, um, which kind of took us out of the game mentally. We only had our one pitcher today, Rachel. She worked really, really hard today. Kat behind the plate also worked really, really hard. Every pitch, the two of them were doing something. But the first game got away from us early. The first inning, we gave up 9 runs, and you can't win a game giving up 9 runs in the first inning. But as the day went on, we settled down. Game 2, we pushed them a little bit. There was an inning or two that started to get out of hand, but it was mainly them hitting gaps, hitting spots that little droppers, and it's part of the game. So there wasn't much in terms of fielding mistakes that we had made in the second game, which got us to that 5th inning. So we made minor adjustments. We did have someone that we couldn't play in the second game due to a minor injury. So we're hoping to have her back on Tuesday. We're missing a couple players today that really helped us out yesterday. But I'm confident that going into Tuesday's game against Hazleton, as our series is going to be ending, that we'll be able to work well together and put together a solid game.
And then I'm sure what Rachel was able to do, giving you solid innings for the whole day, pitching both games. That's got to be a big shot in the arm that she was able to go for both games.
Yeah, it was tough. She was very tired. That's the longest we've had her thrown all season in one day. But we're as a coaching staff, we're really proud of her pushing herself, not giving up, continuing to throw hard, get the ball in there, and her team started to get her back, started backing her up and everything. So I honestly couldn't have asked for anything more from her than for her to have continued to throw like she did and work through bad situations. And we ended up getting some outs and getting her out of some tough situations. But having just the whole double header on her shoulders, it was a lot. It was a big workload, but I'm very proud of how she worked through it.
And then, as you were saying, you're all ready to go for your capper against Penn State Hazleton, another tough opponent. Anything to work on in these last couple of days leading up to that?
There's a few little things. One is little pop-ups over the infield, getting the infielders to drop step, get back on those. It's not only relying on the outfielders when the ball hits the grass. Getting our bats going. We started working on that the other day with the pitching machine. We do face hard-throwing pitchers in the entire eastern side of the conference. We do have a very hard schedule. So seeing how we're improving with playing these hard teams in such a short time it's admirable for the girls' self-esteem and confidence on the field. They are starting to be competitive against these teams, and it all comes down to them working hard at practice and focusing in games. So I feel we've seen enough of Hazleton that we can make these games really competitive.